Hi everyone, welcome to Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I'm Tim Derling. Thank you very much for watching yet another episode. It's about 8-tracks today. If you read the description, it's an update on the 8-tracks I found. Well, this year really. I haven't done an update, one of these types of updates, in a long, long time. But before I get into that, still 8-track related, of course. As of right now, as of my filming this, I have literally 23 softcover copies of Unspooled left for sale. And, that's not to create panic, but if you've been thinking about buying this book or buying this book for someone as a gift, once these are gone, they are gone. We're not going to be printing any more copies. This was the second run by popular demand, and, I don't think we're going to get that much of a surge for books. So we've got 23 left. They're $65 Canadian. That's about 52 and change in US. And if you're in Canada, take e-transfer. Worldwide, take PayPal. Certain parts of the world might be a little bit more for shipping. You'd have to let me know where you are, especially if you're in Australia. We had to raise the rates for there. It's just the way it goes. But if you're in North America, those prices, include shipping. If you're in the Fredericton area, you can pick them right up from Matt's place. He's got them. Just make arrangements with him. But yeah, we're almost down to we're down to 23 books. So it's pretty mind blowing. I'm amazed at the amount of people that have wanted to read my strange little book about 8-tracks in the 1980s. I've gotten some really, really, really nice feedback about the book and about the channel in general. I don't want to embarrass anyone, so I won't mention any names. Someone actually said, I have a hard time believing this, I'm their favorite YouTuber of all the channels they could be watching. It's very, very touching. I've turned them on to some music they otherwise wouldn't have heard. That's fantastic. That's why we do it. So thank you very much for that. Someone said that they were reading the book and they laughed out loud at parts. That's awesome too. If you can spread a little laughter and some education, that's really cool. So yes, Unspooled, the copies are getting less and less for us to be able to sell to people. Now, after they're gone, of course, we could sell the PDF into perpetuity if you just want something to look at on your device. But if you want to find out more, email me at timsvinylconfessions@gmail.com. Now I'm going to get into the episode, and I've gotten some really, really cool 8-tracks to add to the collection. Not much for RCOs, although you'll see. And I thought that the best way to do this would be to do them in chronological order. First one is an album that Contrarians recently did an episode on, and Marco called this his favorite. And I tend to agree. It's my favorite too, of the original Alice Cooper band. Love it to death. This is a Canadian copy on Warner. A little beaten up. Not bad though. This actually, if you know anything about this album cover, this has the finger. And I'm assuming if you're familiar with the album, you know what that's about. Some more Alice here. School's Out, which I never had on 8-track before. This is a Warner issue, and it's one of those the label wraps completely around the tape. This may or may not have come with a slipcase, I'm not sure. Next up, an album which I can't believe I didn't have it on 8-track before, because it's one of my favorite albums of the 70s. And the fact that I managed to find a Canadian copy is super cool. It's the debut Montrose album, 1973 Warner Brothers. Usually you see US copies of this. I mean, I don't think this album sold that well in Canada, but yeah, this is in good shape. Glad to add this to my collection. And I've got a couple right here in a row that I've managed to find clothed copies of, as opposed to naked. In the book Unspooled, I talk all about naked 8-tracks, which were very simply 8-tracks that originally came with a slipcase. The slipcase had the artwork on it, and it got thrown away, and the tape itself did not. So this is my previous copy of Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. This is a legitimate 8-track. It's on Warner Brothers, but no cover art. This would have come with a slipcase. Slipcase got lost. So I'm replacing that with this. This is a later U.S. issue of Alice's Greatest Hits with that really cool Drew Struzan album cover. And also, it's interesting because I can definitely tell it's a reissue because it's got the reissued serial number on it too, although it's kind of crossed out. And I got another one like that too. I mentioned Marco from the Contrarians. He actually found my replacement 8-track for me. So this was my copy of Bad Company's Straight Shooter. Again, another nude 8-track, pretty pink one as it were. He found me a Canadian copy of Straight Shooter with the artwork. So I really appreciate him sending me this. And I don't have the original of this anymore because I sent it to Martin Popoff. But I had a naked version of this. This is Best of ZZ Top from 1977. And this is a clothed version, as it were, on London Records. It's not in the best shape, but it's got the cover on it. Now, getting into some slightly rarer territory here. AC/DC Power Age, classic album from them. And this is a Canadian issue on Atlantic. You don't see a lot of the old AC/DC on 8-track from Canada. And Power Age isn't one you see all the time anyway, so this is a really cool one to add. Great album. And one that if I see a version of it that's in better shape, I'll get it, but I was completely happy with the one I've got. This is actually the follow-up to that album. This is their live album, If You Want Blood, You Got It. This is a pretty weathered US copy on Atlantic, but, you know, it's legible. It's actually pretty smooth. It doesn't have a lot of bubbling on it. Moving into 1979, this is a really good copy of ZZ Top de Guayo, however you say that. I've never heard it pronounced the same way twice. Their 1979 album. Warner Brothers, and this is obviously an RCA Music Service issue. Really good shape, really smooth label on this one. And these last three are ones that I'd been kind of looking for a while, and ones you don't normally see. So another one this was from 1980. This is Deepest Purple, very best of Deep Purple. One of many Deep Purple compilations. This is on a US version on Warner Brothers, and you don't see this one that often on 8-track, so really glad to track this one down. And a good solid collection of Purple, too. Speaking of Purple, one of the Purple offshoot bands, and this is a rare 8-track I was really glad to find. One of my favorite live albums, Whitesnake, Live in the Heart of the City. This is only the second Whitesnake 8-track I have. I also have the predecessor to this one, Ready and Willing. And this is a US 8-track on Mirage, which was distributed by Atlantic Records. So this is very, very rare. And I've got one RCO to tell you about. It's been a while since I found an RCO to add to my collection, and I got a really good one. An album I love. It might be my favorite album from this particular artist as a solo artist. Sammy Hagar, 3-Lock Box from 1982. This is a Columbia House issue on Geffen Records from the US, of course. It's kind of stained, but it's rare. Now, there are at least there's 3 more Hagar 8-tracks I need. I need Rematch, I need Through the Fire, the HSAS album, and I need his 1987 album, which was originally self-titled, because as of now, I've still not seen any sign that VOA was issued on 8-track, but this is a cool addition. And that's it. That's my latest 8-track update. Don't forget, Unspooled, once it's gone in physical form. So if you're thinking about ordering it, shoot me an email, timsvinylconfessions@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to get that to you in the mail, as it were. Thank you very much for watching this edition of Tim's Vinyl Confessions.